Give me a few moments. Hey, Zed. Yeah, there we go. Playing as? Tell me about your D&D character. Okay. You're keeping things simple to start with. What color? What color Dragonborn did you go? Okay, standard fire attack. You are aware that. So, just so you're aware, I don't know how it affects Dragonborn. Lore-wise, if you don't need to follow this, right? This is just a lore thing. If you're wondering what the difference between a red and gold dragon is, a red dragon is technically a descendant of Tiamat and considered to be like the more likely to be evil, quote unquote, dragon. Yeah, but gold, the metallic dragons are followers of Bahamut and therefore the quote unquote good dragons. Whereas the chromatic dragons, which are like plain colors instead of the metallic ones, those are followers of Tiamat and are generally considered to be the evil dragon. Doesn't actually matter if you want to play a red dragon who's a good guy. That's all up to you, man. Hey, Alan, how you doing? Yeah, that is very much a red dragon thing to do. So, technically, when you're talking about evil versus good in D&D, those are very outdated terms because they come from the earlier editions of alignment and stuff. Evil, in the sense of D&D, is self-centered slash greedy, whereas good is like collaborative and that kind of thing. Okay. What is the... So you're easy to hit, but you'll get hurt a lot. So you'll be able to tank a lot more damage. Oh wait, no, you get your con as well. be too bad then. Go ahead, I'd love to see. If in one problem, you are frankly tired of being on the outside of your one side of couple of largely been responding to the I'm assuming you sent it to me on Discord. Gibbs. Nice. Okay, good, decent. You are level 1. Nice. Decent health for level 1. Good. Negative on your dexterity is a bit annoying, but you still go up to 12 AC, which is not bad. If you do get to play this character, see if you can request a shield. That'll give you 14 AC, and that is pretty decent to keep an eye on. So, when something tries to hit you or you try to hit something else, and it's not like an AoE attack, AC is how hard it is to hit them. You need to roll equal to their AC or above to hit them. So if someone was going to attack you, they would roll, add all of their modifiers. So I'm assuming you have like an axe or something. So you have like and your proficiency modifier is at level 1. It's probably like a +3, yeah. But when you roll a hit with your great axe, it'll be a d20 plus probably 3, I think, to hit. So you add 3 to number, and if it's equal to or greater than the AC of your enemy, you land a hit. And if they try and attack you, they do d20 plus their modifier, and if it's above a 12, if it's equal to or above a 12, they hit you. So yeah. Level 1, not so bad. The level 1, that's not so bad. You can pick up a, what's it called? A shield, bring that up to 14, that's pretty good. Yeah. Wild. I'll puppet parts. Do yes. Definitely. Puppet parts show that those repel their senses. Have come at a cost, remaining on the defense. As your family has been Ooh. Technically, Astral Monk is more of a stand user than a Susanoo wielder, because Way of the Astral Monk, um, Way of the Astral Self, actually has a whole thing to summon the entire being as a thing. So yeah, it is it is pretty much a stand that you can summon. Mm, uh, uh, yeah, Warlock, Wizard, like all this. Basically, there's a divide between spellcasting classes and martial classes. Martial classes tend to be simpler. Like the simplest class is probably like fighter. Champion fighter is like the basic of basic classes. You get some more variants in there. Then you go up to like um barbarian monk, and then you go up to like ranger. I think they fixed ranger in New D&D, but back in like back in fourth and fifth edition, the ranger was, let's put it this way, it was better to have a fighter with a bow than it was to have a ranger, which was hilarious. Um, and then pretty much as soon as you make the shift over to bard, you're kind of fucked because like as soon as you start having to select spells, you'd get into a level of customization that is like you have to enjoy it a little bit. Minimum difference might, but yeah. Basically, it's there if you want it, but like, if you don't want to think about it, um, if you don't want to think about it, just play a martial class. You still get range options with bows and shit. So it's really not that bad. You can pick up magic items for like blowing shit up. You might not get like some of the weird bullshit that you can do with. Yeah, I saw it. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably. I mean, there's only been the one vote for it, so I'm just gonna add it here. So it's not really gods, right? Um, the thing about warlocks is that they are one of the most roleplay heavy classes. Yeah. The idea is that you have these patterns that are mechanically balanced, and then you reflavor them however you want. So definitely come at you don't face it. People feel off. Uh, who are what you could just using you pin and then actively responding is uh they will they now have option build air they will uh um, um, mm, um, 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 For that need other might have been able to draw those out of the feeling of the world. That is something on sleep on this just because he is off managing um, grab your mother's rolls. Yep. Coffee. What's up? Done. Oh. Might have just been because my headset was too close to the mic. Cool. Young. Hygiene. Legendary. And it's the other thingamajigs. Bad roll. Okay. Miko is not with them, so she doesn't get that. But I think that's sufficient for this particular role. Oh, it's going to be so fun to see how. Oh? What happened? Uh, no worries. Okay. What's up? Feel free to ask. Feel free. Don't actually take feel free. Apparently, I didn't. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know if the times will work out. I'd suggest pinging Ajax. Ajax Wastes in the Discord thingamajig. So in the group, um, he's an old friend of mine. He's the one who got me into D&D. He's got another group going that does like a bunch of stuff. Thing is, I don't remember what time that session is, and I do not believe that it overlaps with um your usual thing. No, not his shadows thing. I'm talking Ajax has another game on the weekend with some other friends of his. I think I recall it wasn't at a particularly good time, but he might know of a different session. Outside of that, there are a number of D&D Discord channels that I can possibly ping you for. Ping you. That might be decent. Yeah, that's always how this kind of thing work. K-12 was a good step. But yeah. Her intelligence is what allowed raid that gave you your first copper. from the. But she is also one. We will expand this further. Unfortunately. Is obvious why never come between while object is seen as by some members. There are enough that for that the journey that the thing is entirely out of what is what has proven your family rarely specializes in using the um, um so while you do that's Gundam. Don't recall. Actually, speaking of Gundam, I've recently been getting into Mech Touch derivative fan works. And there's a really interesting what do you call it? Really interesting new one. It's an original series based on Mech Touch, which is interesting. And then I will also share the other one that I had for you, which is the Gunpla one. Give me a second. The Mech Touch is a web novel about making mechs. Problem is it kind of just ended up going in the direction of being like a weirdly generic Xianxia story. So I'm sending you two, right? The first one is an original work based on Mech Touch that seems to be going a little bit better. It's still more buildy at the moment, but it's also pretty short right now. The second one is, I think, one you'll like, called Gunpla Spirits and New Type Cultivation, which is basically Gundam in Mech Touch, which is like a story about building Gundams. I think you'll enjoy it. Oh wait, I sent it on YouTube. Damn it. Give me a second. Okay. Oh god, I sent it on YouTube twice. Whatever. Hmm. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Um. Getting that up all data to prepare as well as to create new puppets. The other for first does appear find some people outside your ring. Maybe among some of them getting that commanding authority. Stepping into her old the new role we had. So still had properly fit to some of if your thing. Yep, go ahead now. Yep, I'll ping those to you. Cheers. Um, Making our way into like dawning. The Right. Uh, uh, God. I'm gonna bump that slightly different. I will keep the. Mm, nope. Mainly because it's going to be Keita progressing that, and she is. So it's general. Basically, that role is an auto success, largely because it's going to be Keita involved. The part that you can do now, which is bringing on crafters to make more puppets, will be an auto success. Unfortunately, the part about finding people who want to be spies is going to be a little tricky, and it's going to be something that you need to make a decision on going forward. Because there aren't very many people in your clan who specialize in artifact use as opposed to artifact creation, right? Even like Kaijin, who does like the uh, fire shit, is like she makes those artifacts and she uses them herself, and she's skilled at fire magic as a result of that. But she wouldn't be super interested in using someone else's artifacts, or like just focusing on only the artifact use side of things. Mm, that's more like a choice. I'd say I would basically consider it a free action during the next round of votes. Free action, minor action, maybe if you want to like go out and send people to search for um an external group of majors that might be interested, or something like that. But yeah. like they're pretty decent at using the artifacts they make, right? They're not like specialized into it. So let's put it this way. If you had tried to use the raptor's wings, you would have never ended up in the same position as Takami has. Because Takami got so good at using the raptor's wings that they have become less than training wheels for her. No other, say, like someone in the Kanasumi the using an artifact like that wouldn't progress to that point because their primary goal in developing their magic is in artifact creation. I mean, the idea here is more that you are looking to create a subordinate clan that would be specialized in utilizing your artifacts. You could hire from the peasantry around your clan, and that would probably be decent. You could try and hire from the wolf barony. So you can not hire, but the idea isn't really hiring, it is finding people who would want to move into the Sumi Valley and become like a vassal clan of spies for you to use as like not just spies. I'm assuming they would also do other puppet piloting activities that could be more than just information control. Like I believe someone previously brought up using mechs, right? You could totally have like a mech pilot corps from that becomes an outgrowth of these guys, where you create big puppets that they all sit in, and because they can just spend all of their time getting really good at controlling puppets, it would be like you could totally have Gundam puppets. But yeah. I think that's what I shall cover for now. I will get those things for Zed in a bit. Yeah. Cheers, man.